You guys gotta try this next recipe that I'm making. Welcome to Vegetology. My name is Shai. If you missed it and you didn't watch my previous video, you should go and check it and subscribe to my channel because it's pretty awesome. Today, I'm going to make the best chocolate chip cookie ever. No, we're not going to use chocolate chips. We're going to use chunks of chocolate, which makes all the difference in the world. When you're making with chocolate chips, it has a lot of stabilizers in it, so it doesn't really give you the same texture that you want. I like to use real chocolate, chop it roughly to have big chunks of chocolate, and then when it's melted in your mouth, it just tastes like heaven. It's very easy actually, not a lot of ingredients. So we're gonna start making everything in one bowl. We're gonna start with the wet ingredients, and then we're gonna incorporate all the dry ingredients, but we're using one bowl, easy to make. The chocolate chip cookies that I'm gonna make are gonna be a little chewy. That's the one that I like. To make that, you cannot use just regular sugar. You need to combine it with dark brown sugar. That's gonna give it like this molasses and like a chewier texture. I'm gonna use coconut oil. If you don't have, you can use just regular oil or vegan butter. You need to melt these. I'm going to use some plant-based milk. I'm using soy, whatever you want. Some flour, oatmeal. You don't need to use the oatmeal. If you don't want to use the oatmeal, just use another quarter cup of flour and of course the chocolate chip. In terms of vanilla paste, before we're starting, I just want to say, I think it's a waste. It's an expensive ingredient and you don't really taste it. So what I like to do is a pinch of cinnamon, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's start. First, I'm going to put in the bowl the two types of sugar. So I have half a cup. I use cane organic sugar, but you can use white sugar. And then 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, the stickier one. And I'm just gonna mix it just so they blend together. And we always use salt in desserts. Salt brings the sweetness out. So about a big pinch of salt. And I'm gonna add coconut oil. I have here half a cup of melted coconut oil. Perfect. And I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of plant-based milk. As I said, I'm using soy milk. And just mix it well. So we are good with the wet ingredients. I'm adding white flour. You can use whole wheat flour, but white flour is better in this case. I'm using 1.25 cups. I'm just gonna sift it because I have some lumps here and I want to mix it as less as possible. And I like to add 1/3 cup of oatmeal, not the quick, the regular one, the steel cut. I'm using it just to add a little bit of texture. It's not necessary. Again, you can substitute that for another 1/4 cup of oatmeal, and I'm gonna mix it. Add the pinch of cinnamon that we talked about. So just a pinch of cinnamon, you don't need a lot. It's not cinnamon cookies, we just want this depth of flavor. Then I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. You can use baking powder, it's just gonna be chewier, or baking soda or baking powder, just try to spread it. Perfect. And we're almost done, guys. Really, it is that easy. That's all mixed now. And to this, I'm gonna add 8 ounces of roughly chopped chocolate. I use dark chocolate because I like it dark. You can use semi-sweet, you can use, if you find milk, that it's vegan chocolate, like milk chocolate, but it's vegan. Now you remember, because we're vegan, we basically can try the batter. We can actually eat the cookie dough because there's no raw egg. So you see it's still like a little running, and that's why we need to put it in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes to set. All right, so we waited about 15 minutes. It's chilled completely, almost completely, but it's enough. And now we're going to use an ice cream scoop to scoop the cookies, and then we're gonna bake it. So, ooh, this is really, really, really firm. It's actually really easy to work with it because of that. And you need about 2-inch space between cookies because they're gonna spread. So maybe let's do 2 here, and then we're going to do 1 here. Let's move this a little bit. it's really easy to work with the dough. Like I'm trying to reshape it and it's really nothing stick to my hand, just because we waited like this 15 minutes and put it in the refrigerator. You can reshape a little bit, just make sure they're like not too all over the place, but they don't need to be perfect shape because they're gonna go into the oven anyway, they're going to melt. So they're gonna be rounded anyway. All right, and I think we're ready to bake it. So 15 minutes in the oven for 350 degrees, and we're gonna come back in 15. Oh yes, they are ready. So they flatten almost completely. We cannot eat the cookies right away. We need to let them cool. If you're not gonna let them cool, they're gonna fall apart. Don't put them in a refrigerator, because once you do that, the chocolate actually becomes solid and then you're missing the whole fun. So let them cool for a couple minutes and then I'm gonna eat it. Let me see if I can move it. No, I can really not move it. It is really that fragile. All right, so the cookies have cooled down, but we cannot wait anymore. I cannot wait anymore. Just gonna have it in the best way. I have some soy milk. I don't like the vanilla one, just a simple unflavored soy milk. And I'm gonna choose one of the cookies. Let's take this one. They're falling apart, they're so soft. And I'm just gonna have a bite first. Wait, I want first milk. Soy milk is so much better than regular milk. I don't know why we're still even having regular milk. This is so good, guys. So, oh my God, wait. It's really so good. What I want you to see, it's not crunchy, it's very chewy. Oh. This is just really, really good. Oh my God. All right, guys, so thank you for joining me. These are my beautiful babies, and you guys are gonna make it and you're gonna try it. It's really good, but I don't wanna talk with you anymore because I just wanna eat more cookies. So you're gonna have a great day enjoying mine. Bye.